Hello everyone and welcome to my page. I'm Peggy. I am your 3D makeup gal where we use one palette and one brush to create one layer of makeup. Now many of you have asked, what do you put on your face before you come on live here and put your makeup on? Real simple. I use a regular skincare. Well, I use my skincare. What I do is I do have moisturizer on it. I do use a toner. There's a couple of other things in my line. If you're interested in my skincare regime, just comment glow and I'll send you the information. But yes, I do use skincare regularly. That's why my skin is really in good condition for 68. But hey, it is what it is. It's like I am still fighting the aging process. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, we're going to use two brushes today to do our Seint cream makeup. Seint is a system that uses 3 shades to create one layer of makeup because we strategically place it. Today I'm going to use the Smudge Brush to place it because that's one of my favorite things. And did I bring a pen in here? I'm seeing a glow already. Yes, I did. Let's see. Okay. Did I bring a piece of paper? Yes, I did. Okay. I'm a mess today. I tell you, it's Saturday and I just can't seem to get my act together. Okay, gotcha. All right. Whatever that was, I guess I don't need it to hit the floor. We're going to use the contour. We're going to start with contour. And contour is a dark, cool shade. And it looks like it should not be on my skin. But guess what? Contour is always going to be a dark, cool shade. It is so wonderful. And if you haven't used contour yet, you need to. It can change the way you see makeup. Now, we put it on the hard parts of our face. So we did our forehead. We're going to come over here right to the cheekbone. You can feel for the roundness of that bone. And we're just going to start right at the corner of the eye and go up. We don't want to come any further down or close to the center of the face because we want to lift. I don't know about you, but at 68, I need all the lifting I can get. There we go. There we go. Now I do have natural shadows on my face on either side. That is from just weight loss for health purposes. That's all. Yeah, there was a little bit too much of me to love. So yeah, I kind of lost some weight to get heavy and to get healthy, and my face kind of sunk in. But hey, it is what it is. Now, we're going to come over here and we're going to start right along the jawline. Now, notice how it's making a shadow already. That's what we want it to do. We want it to define this jawline and make the fatty part of these jowls just a little bit less noticeable. With my weight loss, I also developed a turkey neck. So we're just going to do a few stripes down the neck towards the center of my neck to give it a little bit more of a lift and create a shadow to where it's not as noticeable. Now we're going to come and just contour this nose, and we're just going to start at the top and come down the sides right down the top of the nose, right where my natural shadow, see how that's just a natural shadow in my nose, and we're just going to accentuate that just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. There we go. And I'm really liking using this smudge brush rather than my finger because I'm not as willy-nilly with it. I'm willy-nilly anyway, but I mean, it's not as bad. And you can also use your contour as eyeshadow. You can use it as eyeliner, lip liner, and to fill in your eyebrows. Yes, look at that. Just whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going to fill it in. Now, I don't have hair on my eyebrows because I shave it off because it's gray. And my eyebrows are permanent makeup. They were done about 20-ish years ago, so they probably need to be redone, but that's not a priority with me right now, so I'm just going to leave it like it is. Now, we're going to move over to the next shade that you get in your 4 starter pack, and it is a brightening shade. And the brightening shade is going to do just that. It's going to highlight the center of your face, so we're going to do between the eyebrows, come down the center of the nose between those 2 contour lines, and maybe move it over just a little bit towards the eyebrows. Then we're going to catch the Cupid's bow, and we're going to catch the center of the chin. There we go. Now, for the eyes, we want to lift the eyes, so we're going to just come right into the inner corner and just down the side of the nose. Again, we're brightening the center of the face, we're lifting. So when we do the outer part of the eye, we're going to come right to the corner and then create a focal point up into the temple. There we go. Same thing over here. These shades were color matched to me. That's why you need a color match to see what your shades would be, because chances are, unless you have the exact same skin tone as I do, your shades are going to be different. So let's continue. Now, notice I didn't go underneath the eye brightening like you usually would do with a concealer. It's because I have crepe skin under there. Yeah. And I don't want to accentuate that. Now I'm also going to give a little dab up here on my eyelids, because that'll just help color correct and get them ready for eyeshadow. Again, this is a cream, so it's good stuff. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is move to my main shade. And the main shade of this makeup is strictly where you don't, like a filler shade. It's where you don't have any other makeup. And it goes, like I say, like in the bearded area as if you were a man, where you don't have any other makeup here, right here on the cheeks. And this shade too is really good for me because I have rosacea, and it really helps to camouflage the redness from the rosacea that I have pretty much all the time. Now, it's worse other times. Today it's in good shape. It's not stinging or anything, and it's not real noticeable either. There we go. That's the placement of these 3 shades. We're going to blend it strategically because we placed it strategically. And what we're going to do now is we are going to grab the Lip&Cheek. Yep, that's what it is. It is a lip shade as well as your blush. So I'm going to grab another brush, which is called the Multitasker. And look, this is a great shade. Can you see it? A great pink. And y'all know me, I'm not normally a pink girl, but I like these. I like this one a lot. Sunshine State is really pretty, and it has just a little bit of a gold fleck in it, which makes it that much more special. Here we go. So we're using it as our blush and our lipstick. And you know what? We're going to use it as our eyeshadow too, once we get the blending done. That is such a cool part. So now you can see we have our contour, we have our blush, and we have our focal point, or our brightener, which lifts the eyes. This is literally your entire face in 4 little tins. Okay, I'm extra, so I like to make sure I got enough on. Okie dokie. So now let's put that aside and let's blend. It is cream makeup, so it does need to be set. You can set it with setting powder, with setting spray. Choice is up to you. I usually use a setting powder after. Sometimes during the summer, I live in Southeast Louisiana. It is very humid and hot here, so I usually use both during the really, we're getting ready to hit it because it's like 90 degrees out there now already. It's like everybody's like, summer is almost here. No, we've hit summer like all the way. Now, just to start, I am going to just dab and blend what's above my eyes. Why? So I don't forget. There you go. I usually forget to blend this until I get ready to do my eyeshadow. Then I have to hurry up and change brushes. Now, we're going to start at the jawline. And again, you don't want that full, you want the shadow, but you don't want the distinct lines like are on the face. My eyeliner is permanent makeup too. I have trimmers where my hands shook until they found medication that would help with that. So I have permanent eyeliner as well. It was done the same time my eyebrows were, about 20 years ago, I guess. So my hands were never steady enough to line. Boy, that was a mess. And if I got one done, I guarantee you the other one was just going to be, it took me forever. So that was just a good choice for me. Now, we are just going to gently swirl and then drag this contour down our necks. And again, see how it's creating the shadow? That's what we want. Okay, you don't want to blend it totally out, but you don't want to look like you've got mud on your face either. And contour is kind of like a muddy consistency. Now, we're just going to come and grab these lighter shades, and we're just going to stipple and press them into our skin so that it wears like a second skin. Yes, especially if mine are hereditary. I wondered why in church my mother's head would shake. I knew her hand shook because she sewed and crocheted and all, and I would just see as she got older. And it was really bad. Well, I went to a neurologist for migraines, and he was like, look at you shaking. I'm like, yeah, well, you know. And he said, you know, there's medication for that. No, I didn't. So, yeah, it's called propranolol. Propranolol. If you send me a message, I'll send you a picture of the bottle. And you, like I say, a neurologist is who recommended it for me. And I didn't have to go through any testing. He could just look at me. And yeah, from your mom too. Yeah, it's heredity. That's all it is. And, it's embarrassing. It really is. Essential trimmer. Okay, does that help? Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. Like I say, propranolol is what I take, which is a prescription medication, but one a day and I'm good. I mean, I am stunned. And then to make it even worse, I passed it to my son. I mean, at 17, I was like, oh no, but again, it is what it is. So anyway, but yeah, definitely send me a message, Elena, and I will send you a picture. Take it. You can probably take it. Yeah, my diagnosis was from a neurologist as well. Like I said, I didn't go to him for tremors. I went to him strictly for migraines, and he was like the migraine whisperer, like the guru. So not only did he take care of the migraines, he took care of the tremors too. Excellent. Thank you, Carolina, for commenting. That'll help a lot of us. Okay, we are just stippling this makeup into our skin. This is the 3D brush, and it is from Seint, the same company that makes the makeup that I'm using. They have a beautiful brush line. All the brushes I have used today are from Seint, but this one is the 3D. This brush you can do anything and everything with. So again, this has warmed to the temperature of my skin, so we are just tapping and pressing it into our skin and where we feel it needs to go. Now I'm going to flip to the domed in and catch the under eye. There's just enough product to give me a smooth surface under my eye, but it doesn't settle into those fine lines and wrinkles or that crepey skin, you know, that you have under your eyes. So the makeup is Seint. It's Seint with an E, S-E-I-N-T. Alrighty, so we're just going to continue to stipple and then right up into, we're catching the light shades. Now, my eyeliner was done by I guess she's an esthetician. I'm not really sure, but she, that's what she does. She does eyebrows, she does eyeliner, and she's in the New Orleans area. What was her name? Debbie Guastella. And she is good. She is very, very good. It's kind of like tattooed on, I guess you would call it. Permanent makeup's what they call it. She called it like just a form of tattooing. It was a little uncomfortable, but it wasn't anything you can't tolerate either, because she had numbed my eyes. Yes, it is Seint, S-E-I-N-T. I'll have a link at the bottom once I get off of here. I'll put a copy in the bottom, and it'll give you all of the information. There we go. So we're just tapping on the sides, get that contour just a little bit. I know. And I wake up with eyeliner on too, Dawn. That's the cool part. And that's the thing. I love eyeliner. I just never wore it because I could never do it due to the trimmers. So there you go. And again, with it being, you know, a heredity thing, it's like, okay. And nobody tells you this. That's the other part. You know, you think something's wrong with you, and then all of a sudden you find out it's really not. It's just something that is passed down for generations, and it is what it is, and there is nothing wrong with you. And you don't have to shake either. I mean, look at that. Amazing. And used to be, it was like, I mean, really bad. To the point it was hard for me to even write. So there we go. Now we're going to come up here and just circle a little bit to get that main shade or main highlight in. Notice how I have brightened the center part, and then around the edge it is, it's obvious you have color on your skin. And yes, my lip color is Sunshine State, and this is a shadow. It's a contour shade. Let's see. Did you worry about having your eyes tattooed would damage them? I didn't at the time. No. It was like something new and something that I wanted to do. So Merry Christmas to me. That's what I got. Okay. Yes, when you're shaking that bad, it's hard to type, it's hard to use a knife, life is just hard, and it doesn't have to be. That's the cool part. Yes, that's the cool part. And again, with my eyeliner, it wasn't, it was uncomfortable. I will tell you that, because again, I guess they're putting dye for with a needle, but just be sure they know what they're doing. And again, this lady is known. She's very popular in the New Orleans area, because this is what she does. And I was just lucky enough to find her 20 years or so ago. So it probably needs to be done again. I know underneath there's some breaks and all, but you know, I'm kind of past that. What I have is what I have. Thank you. I love my hair. The best thing I ever did for me was grow out my gray hair. Now when I get ready to go somewhere, like on a trip or whatever, or there's a special event coming, the last thing I have to worry about is getting that color done on my hair. I'm good to go. Now we're just going to circle blend this contour, and we're going to go all the way up into this gray hair of mine. There we go. All the way up. And you want to leave somewhat of the shadow up there, simply because my hairline, I got the shakes from my mother, I got the hair loss from my dad. I'm so glad you joined too, Dawn. Thank you so much. You've really made my day. Yes, this was contouring. The darker shades, that is contouring. And I had never contoured until 2 years ago when I started wearing Seint. And how did I find Seint? Right here, like you're finding. I followed a lady, and she was of a mature age. She had gray hair like me. And boy, I tell you, this is game-changing makeup. And so I watched her for probably 3 or 4 months, requested a color match. She gave me that. I bought the product, wore it for several months, and then I was like, I need to share this with other ladies. This is good stuff. We mature skin ladies have to stick together. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Now, I'm just going to tap up and down twice. It doesn't have to be twice. That's just what I do on my contour to soften it. And then I'm just going to grab it with the Lip&Cheek and the blush shade and go right up into the temple. See, this is what it looked like before. This is the after. Same thing over here, and we are almost done until I show you the little trick that I just learned. There you go. See, now this again, this is my natural shadow from weight loss. Nothing gets rid of that, unfortunately. There we go. Over here too. This is loss of volume in my face from weight loss, but I'm healthier. So there you go. That's a good thing. Now, I'm going to grab my palette again, and I'm going to grab the Multitasker brush, and I'm going to dip into Sunshine State and watch what I'm going to do. Yep, look what a pretty eyeshadow this is. And again, this is my lip shade, and this is my blush shade. So you literally can do your entire face with this one palette of makeup. Isn't that pretty? Look at the difference. It's not a lot of color, but it gives you that little oomph that we sometimes need. Okay, we're going to come back over here. And again, this is a shade called Sunshine State. There are several shades that I feel would be really, really pretty that Seint has as eyeshadows as well as gorgeous Lip&Cheeks. Okay, there we go. And we are done with the exception of setting our makeup. I didn't use the setting spray today. We're going to use setting powder. And I'm going to use my buff brush. What you want to use is a brush. Oh boy, what a compliment, Carolina. Thank you. I love her. She's gorgeous. I'm going to use my buff brush because it's very, very dense. See, the bristles are really close together. And what I do is I take my setting powder, and this is from NYX. You can get this at Sephora's. You're probably... my contour color is Shadow. That's the color of my contour shade, and it is from Seint as well. NYX is the setting powder that I like to use because it has cornstarch in it, and only because I live in Southeast Louisiana. Seint setting powder is called Vanilla Dust, and that is beautiful too. However, I need, I live in such a humid area, I need the cornstarch to absorb. Seint, it's S-E-I-N-T, Dawn. When I get off of here, it'll take just a second to post, but I'll have all the information. It'll be at the bottom, like like at Facebook where it explains at the top, it'll explain it at the bottom. Okay, because I'm going to post this just as soon as I finish. So this is NYX setting powder, and it has cornstarch in it. And as you notice, I'm just pressing, and look at the difference. It gives a little more of a matte finish, but the main reason that I use this other than the Vanilla Dust is simply because of the cornstarch. And then since we used a Lip&Cheek, I am going to set it as well with my eyeshadow, and look how pretty that is. It's amazing what you can do with this makeup. It really and truly is. And everything you see on my face, you saw me, it came out of this tin, or this compact. Now these are individual tins. So again, you need to be custom color match to you. So your shades would be different. And each tin is individual. They're magnetic, so they pop in and out. So you choose your Lip&Cheek, and I'll help you choose your contour, your brightening shade, our brightening highlight, and your main highlight. It's so simple. You live in a dry climate? Yeah. See, I'm in like you walk outside, it's like you walked into a wet blanket. There's a gal that is so cool that's on our morning local news, And she always says, today you can feel the air. It's like it's so humid you can feel it. But again, Louisiana is home, and I don't know why I got a sprig hanging up there, but anyway, that's all it is. I so appreciate you joining me. Again, if you are interested in my skincare, comment Glow, and I'll be happy to send you the information on it. It's great skincare. It really is. And great skincare is the starting to great makeup application too. Again, my name is Peggy. What would you do? I'm going to send you a link. Let me get your handle here, or your name, and I'll send you a link for a Colormatch, John. Okay, let's see. Okay, gotcha. And I'll send you a link. And, okay, we've got another glue. I wish the comments would stay on a live like they do after, like they do on Facebook, but they don't. They go away forever on Instagram. But I love Instagram. I really do. I have so many people here. Oh, thank you so much for joining, Ruby. Thank you, thank you. Okay, yeah, so it's a yellow tone base is what this makeup is, which really helps with my my rosacea and my redness. Okay, everyone, you have a fabulous Saturday. You be the reason someone smiles today, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.